Give thanks every time. This week, we got the clearest look yet inside the AI coach that one of America's biggest finance apps has been rolling out to its members. And the detail that stopped me is not what it says, it's what it does before it says anything. It reads you, your accounts, your spending, your balances, and it remembers what you told it about your family last month, what you said your priorities were, every conversation you've had with it. One headline this week said the AI has learned to read the financial room. Same week, a Latin American giant rolled out what it calls a personal banker, built on an assistant 17 million people already use. And one of Europe's biggest fintechs is building its core intelligence out of 40 billion customers' money events. So here's the question nobody is asking. These apps are getting very good at reading you. So who reads you better, the app or you, your actual self? So stay with me because the answer decides which of these tools will actually help you and which will quietly take over the exact skill you were trying to build. So I'm going to talk about what actually happened. First is the SoFi Coach. Launched originally on June 2nd for SoFi Plus members. However, what's new is this conversational guidance plus account level data plus persistent memory, family circumstances, knows your priorities, your past conversations. About 50% of interactions so far have been about investing. This is built from 8 years of human planner conversations. So they basically took the data of conversations that humans have had with other human financial planners and they use that to train their AI. And attribution discipline, as far as reading the financial room, this was just the reporter who reported this news. This is how they understood it. This is how they read it, is that SoFi is reading the financial room. So essentially, when a platform or an app has all of your financial information, then that's what they mean. It can read the financial room. So also, Mercado Pago announced Mago, a conversational personal banker. It organizes your finances, simulates scenarios, and moves money on request. It was created and evolved from a 2025 assistant that hit 17 million unique users in about 10 months. So this is like South America's version of this, basically. Coverage detailed PRAGMA. So PRAGMA. This is the model that Revolut, I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, is building on its own data. 40 billion events from 25 million users, and NVIDIA case study numbers attribute them. So they've already shipped this, a support AI handling 75% of requests, an AIR, an agentic assistant live in the UK. So this is going to be like Europe's model. And what does this mean in plain English? So basically it's a personalization ladder. Personalized used to mean a questionnaire. A robo-advisor asked you 10 questions once, then built answers around you. So you basically described yourself to the machine. So here's the next level. Here's where it is right now. The machine skips your description and reads the source, all your live account data, memory of your life details. It builds a running model of you. So now I can pretty much see where the top of this ladder is going. The bank's core intelligence itself is built out of customer behavior. This PRAGMA is not a feature reading your data. It's the brain being grown from everyone's data. And as I keep saying, everyone does not think the same. If everyone were the same, the world would be very boring. And part of investing is understanding yourself so you can invest in a way that aligns with who you are. So this is basically taking everybody's data and turning it into kind of like a one size fits all, but then just applying it different based on each person's different information. So the price of being known means total visibility. For the coach to read the room is your entire financial life and the memory of everything you have told it. That is the deal. Not a scandal, it's a trade. So, I mean, for the coach to give you that information, they need to know everything about you. That means all your information financially is given away. Memory is also a moat. The more it knows you, the better it serves you, and the harder it is to walk away and start over somewhere else. Convenience compounds into dependency. But here's the revealing part. SoFi's own guardrails. Coach The coach escalates hard questions to human planners, and the rule set blocks it from regulated advice. So even the boldest consumer AI coach company right now or business that's rolling this out, it keeps humans in the loop and stays behind the advice line on purpose. And again, this is even an American company where they have the least regulations so far. So SoFi's own testing handed us the punchline. The snowball method beats the avalanche method. So if you don't know, basically this is something that they found in their testing, that it has been advised to most people two different methods for paying off debt. And snowball is basically paying off the smallest account first. And mathematically, advisors have always said it's better to do it the avalanche method, the other way, paying off bigger accounts first. But what SoFi has already discovered through AI data is that because humans run on visible progress and not spreadsheets, there's an art and a science to what's going on. And the hard part of money for most people was never the math, it was the human holding the account. So basically, it was the humans being able to like visualize and see what progress they made. And when a person can like see their actual progress when they're paying their debt, that is more important than actually like understanding the numbers of paying the debt. So this is really cool. This is going into like things that can help people. But again, I mean, this is like trying to say it's one size fits all. And I think maybe for the majority of people they found that, but I don't know. I find that hard to believe that everybody works better that way. I think that's probably just like a majority thing. But still, at the end of the day, this is good because it's going to show that out of all this data that is being collected about people, maybe there are some general insights that can help a lot of people that, like in this case, it was previously believed that the opposite was true, but now they're finding that they're saying it for everybody, but like I'm saying, it's probably like the majority of what they're finding. So moving on to the bigger shift. Right now, the industry is converging on one promise. They will read you. It will know you. So you never have to read yourself. Every app on this ladder personalizes from your data, and it needs more of it every year to stay good at it. So like Mercado Pago's privacy line, only your own authorized on-platform data going to show the companies known exactly what they're asking for. Data access is now the product's foundation, and they say so. And what they're doing here is they're trying to recommend companies to people based on what their background is, what they like to invest in. And that's another thing that is still not so clear where the line is with that. So basically, still kind of waiting on regulations to see when I can implement that into Stackivate. But I would have already had it implemented if the line were clearer on these regulations. So just waiting to implement that. And note what all three still avoid. This is important. None of these tools that I mentioned make the buy and sell call. The whole industry is crowding up against that line while regulators in the US still haven't drawn it. The reading gets deeper, the accountability will still stay yours. But in this case, they're not giving you the option to pick. They're just saying okay, if it comes to that where you need to make a choice, then we'll escalate it to a human advisor. They're not giving you the data so you can make the choice. It's still trying to take the choice and give it to a human, which I think at least they're recognizing that when it comes to your money and your finances, that having a human in the loop to make the decisions, especially right now when the regulations say that AI is not held accountable, and insurance, as we have seen, is kind of backing away from any kind of payout when it comes to AI making a bad decision for you. It's very important right now to understand this. And what I've seen before this is most of the banks that were implementing this were not doing that. So now it's good that they're actually recognizing that, hey, with your money, having a human in the loop to actually make the decision is very important. But AI can definitely help a ton. So here's what the app's model of your life actually contains: your transactions, your balances, your stated goals. And here's what it cannot contain: what you'll actually do the first time its guidance disagrees with your gut. That part is only going to show up when you make decisions yourself and watch yourself do it. Or the market takes a turn in a way that you did not expect and AI made a decision for you. Now, can you actually stick with that decision? Do you know why AI made it? Do you know that AI thought that it was going to hold through any dip? Is that something that you can still stomach through? That's something you won't know until it actually happens, unless you've already made those decisions ahead of time and know yourself and how you're going to react to that. because likely even if you make the decisions, the scenario is not going to play out the way that you envisioned it. I've seen a couple different crashes like this, and they're all a little bit different. So it's not like you can recognize the same thing every time. So, AI money tools are racing to know you better than you know yourself, and this week showed how. They can read everything, remember everything. But if the machine does all the reading, how do you ever learn to read yourself? How do you get better? And when its guidance is wrong, the machine is not the one who pays. You are. So, the goal is never to be perfectly known by an app. It's to become an investor who knows their own style and improves over time. A tool can profile you, it can't do the growing for you, and it won't answer for the outcome. Only you will. Only you have that power. Only you can proceed in that direction. So that's what Stackivate is built around. Learning what kind of investor you actually are without needing a single bank login to do it. So, it's not just making sure that you get better and you're making decisions and you're using your brain the way that it was meant to be used. And then you can actually improve over time and see the improvement and have the understanding. But it's also having a tool to help you do that and make decisions that does not require you to provide it all of your financial information. You can use Stackivate. You can get better. You can improve over time, and providing all your financial information and personal information to an AI or anything else really through Stackivate, that's not necessary. You shouldn't need that to get better. All that information, once you give it away, what do you think they're doing with that information? Do you think they're just storing it in their database and not doing anything with it? I would imagine that it might be sold beyond your knowledge. So, what's the value on your data? Because a lot of these companies value your data very highly. So, if you do too, and you don't want to give it away, and you want to make your own decisions and get better over time and actually learn and find out how easy it really is, go ahead, check out Stackivate. And I would like to know too, would you want your money app to remember everything you ever told it? And what's the one thing you'd rather it never knew? Go ahead, tell me below. I can take all that into account, make Stackivate better, make it so it serves more value to more people. That is the goal. So it's all about being read or learning to read yourself. What kind of investor are you? That's what you need to be thinking about. That's what Stackivate is going to help you know. And it's going to give you an answer really quick, and then you can go deeper and deeper over time, find out your own personal style that nobody else does the same way as you. That's what it's all about. That's it for today. I'm out.